Adenusi. So we are talking about from self-love to share love today, striving in every season. And to do justice to that, we have Mrs. Cecilia Adenusi. So I will be reading. Yes, I'm trying to link up to YouTube. Then I'll be reading your citation before your presentation. Okay. It's taking a little time. Let me see. HP projects. Okay. Okay. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm there, ma'am.
So, yeah, hello. So you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. I can
You can hear
you.
me?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me? I've made you a co-host now, so you should be audible now. Yeah, co-host. Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, ma'am? I can hear you. I can hear you if you can see me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, let me read your citation. Mrs. Cecilia Adenusi, a certified IT professional, data scientist, lecturer, researcher, community leader, and CEO and founder. She's a passionate and resource-driven IT professional, data scientist, and researcher with over a decade of experience spanning academia, technology, and community development. As the CEO of HP Project Technologies Limited and founder of Keystech Empowerment Foundation, she is committed to leveraging technology to empower individuals, especially young minds with 21st century digital skills. She currently serves as a 3MTT NIDA training provider, facilitating nationwide digital skill acquisition, and she's pursuing a PhD degree in artificial intelligence at the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Ogun State. Her research is centered on explainable federated learning. Our professional journey includes active involvement and leadership roles across various respected platforms such as Women in AI, Nigerian Women in IT, Women Achievers Africa, Nigerian Computer Society, Nigerian Professional Registration Council of Nigeria, Deep Learning in DABA, and Data Science Nigeria. She has held multiple portfolios, including Head of Educational and Technical Committee, PRO, STEP Coordinator, Program Coordinator, Facilitator, and Speaker at both local and international levels. She's deeply passionate about continuous learning and teaching of emerging technology tools and dedicates to our effort to building inclusive tech communities, mentoring the next generation, and promoting digital inclusion, especially for women and youth. Above all, she's a devoted wife and mother, inspired daily by her amazing family as she strives to make lasting impact through tech education and innovation. I present to you Mrs. Cecilia Adenusi. Today, she'll be talking about from self-love to shared love, striving in every season. Thank you. So,
Thank you.
Mrs. Cecilia, over to you now.
Yes, ma. Thank you so much, ma.
If you have, you can share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that. Okay. So can you see my screen, ma? Can you see my screen? Am I audible? I need to be sure I'm audible. And my screen.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, you have.
Okay, good. So thank you so much, ma, for the opportunity to share from my field knowledge. So thank you so much. My name is Cecilia Adenusi. Once again, we welcome us to Genuine Women Foundation. So now, I want to quickly talk on, which I actually wanted to be like a discussion also. Let's learn from one another. We welcome, I can cite Madam Yetunde Balola. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so as others will also join us later. So from self-love to share love, how do we thrive it in every season of life? So this is the overview of my presentation today, understanding what we call self-love. What is the self-love all about? The foundation, how do we build healthy relationship with ourselves first and with others, our colleague, our family, our in-law, and the likes. So, and the second thing I'll be talking about is what's the science behind this so-called self-love, okay? Which comprises of the self-compassion, the mental health, and the well-being of what self-love is all about. And the third thing we'll be talking about in this short time is seasons of life. We have different seasons of life. Firstly, we are baby, we move to singleness, teenagers to adults to single, relationship transition from one stage to another by God's grace and mercy. So we have season of life, stages of life, pass through different things, and the stages of life we have. The fourth thing we'll be talking about is self-love. We have to move from what we call self-love to shared love. If there's no self-love, we cannot move. There's some practical strategy that we are going to be talking about also. And some of the action plans we are going to be embarking on it. So let me start with what self-love is all about. Firstly, this self-love is not selfish. We all understand the word selfish. It's not selfish, but it's dynamic process of accepting. Who do we accept? Ourselves. Appreciating and adding value to ourselves and caring for ourselves also. So in a way that we encourage our growth, our resilience, and the capacity to love others so well. So how do we achieve this? Number one is just to create a self-awareness. We need to know our worth. We need to know our value. We don't need people to tell us who we are. We need to know who we are. We need to be able to secure in ourselves, love our stature, love our look, appreciate the way we walk, appreciate the way we look. We don't have to share weight because of somebody. I have to share weight because I really want to. So knowing our value, knowing our worth, and maintaining our emotions and boundary without anyone judging us. Self-awareness is very important. The self one is when we are not aware of who we are, aware of what we look like, aware of our stature, aware of the way we think, then we have to accept ourselves. Accepting ourselves is embracing every aspect of our life with strength, with our flaws. We embrace ourselves. When we not embrace ourselves, what do we do to ourselves? We care for ourselves. We have to be intentional, taking care of our physical, our emotional, and our spiritual well-being, which is very also much important too. When we not care for ourselves, what do we do next? We have to respect ourselves. Yes, we love, we care, we accept, and we value and respect ourselves. And that is why we are going to set healthy boundaries with people. We will not be friends with people that will insult us, people that doesn't appreciate us, especially going to an event that you know that you are not going to be appreciated, or they will talk down on you. There's no point in you going there. People where I don't actually go to where I will not be appreciated. I'll withdraw myself from that kind of gathering, because at the end of the day, I don't want to like, okay, am I so bad? Am I like this? Am I no? I just separate myself, expect myself, honor my words, and I don't involve in such. Okay, so now there was a science behind. Don't mind me, I'm also a researcher. So like Prof has read. So we do a little bit of statistics. So the research back behind it is, according to the research that I did, about 74% of people with high self-compassion report greater than life satisfaction. They are satisfied with themselves. Over 74% that actually love themselves live a life of satisfactory, because they don't live their life to satisfy other people. And people that actually love themselves tends to recover more from any setback, because in life we cannot say we can't do without being failing in one area or the other. But how do you quickly recover from that? So if you really love yourself, there's a opportunity that you can easily recover more faster. I remember, let me just talk a little bit about myself. I engaged in some contracts with some federal government, and the contract was not forthcoming. I felt like, am I going to close down my office? Am I going to do this one? But I just have to look in depth myself, that there's something that God have actually deposited inside me. I have to look in depth and bring it out. Discover myself, okay, what can I do? Even if this one does not work again, what else can I do? So because of my self-awareness, or what I can do and what I can do to the community, I was able to come out of it instead of entering depression. So I didn't allow myself to enter depression because of what I was expecting to run for like 2 years minimum. Stop when it was 6 months. How will I survive the 1.5 months that's supposed to use to build the business? So because of my self-awareness, because of what I've discovered, a little bit of myself I've discovered, I was able to tap into other aspects of my life, and I was able to come out of those depression even before entering that into it. So if you love yourself and you're aware of your value of your worth, even though if we face challenges, we easily come out of it. And the reduction is anxiety too. We won't enter depression and anxiety early or earlier. We will just quickly come out of it. Okay, so and we have some of the key researchers that have talked about it. Pioneer of self-compassion. What does it entail? Kindness, being kind, having sense of humor, then being mindful of people around us and the likes. We have to be mindful of the season of life now. Please put it in the chat box if you can see me. If you can see my screen, I want to be sure that I'm communicating with people on the platform. So I want to be sure I'm communicating also. Okay, so as we are discussing, as I'm talking, if you also have something to drop, you can also drop it on the platform, on the WhatsApp and the likes also. So we have different seasons of life. Okay, new beginning. What do we do there? You are just trying to discover yourself, identify your value, your health routine, invest in your personal development. You are just doing that. Okay, that is the spring time. But now some of us are not in that stage. We've moved to what we call a flourishing stage, where we now invest more in a meaningful relationship. We pursue some goals with boldness, and we operate what we call a practical gratitude every day, giving thanks to God for where we are. Part of the things that actually bailed me out of that challenges I created before is I look back, I was like, okay, even when I started 6 months, I look back and say, thank God for what I've been able to achieve with those months. Okay, I've been able to achieve this. I've been able to achieve this. So instead of dwelling in whatness, I just reflected back. God, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this aspect and this aspect that you have actually made me to overcome. So that gratitude helps us to keep flourishing. And by the time we cultivate the habit, to lead to what we call more productivity and have a good relationship with God and people around us. And another stage, you may find yourself transitioning from one stage to another, self-practicing, quickly come out of the grief and identify lesson learned and take off back. So each of this season of life, we find ourselves when we transit, there are sometimes we have to rest, renew, honor our needs of resting. There's a stage of life like that you pause. You just rest, you just review back, review back. Then we need to seek support without guilt if there's a need be. That's the winter stage. And you have to trust that another new beginning is coming. So each of this season of life, we keep revolving around the new beginning, the flourishing aspect, the transition. We need to rest, we need to renew again, start a new thing all over again. Those are different stages of life we find ourselves over and over again. So now, self-love enables us to recognize our worth without anybody validating us. As a person, I actually came from a polygamous family, where my dad has like 4 wives. My dad has like 4 wives. My mom was the 3rd one, and all of them left. My mom was the one taking care of the children. So the love we're supposed to get from the love I supposed to get from the mom, she couldn't give because she was busy taking care of the children she met and in her husband's house. So there's this, so nobody tell us, okay, I love you. I'm not sure I heard of that one from my mom before. I've not heard of something like that from her before. So I cannot say she neglected us, but it's just that she doesn't know what to do at that point. So she needs to focus on those elderly ones in the house and the like. So I now begin to seek for love outside the home. I love outside the home like that. So I begin to seek for it. But what actually saved me at the end of the day, I was able to like love myself, even though if I could not get the love from home, because the guys now begin to take one for granted also because you are looking for, oh, we love you, this one, and the likes, take it for granted and the likes. But what actually saved me, my saving grace was when I went for a service year. That was on 2010, 2011. I saw the way I was loved. There's a place we call Copper's Lodge at Ekiti. I serve in Ekiti. We call it a Copper's Lodge. So we stayed there. I stayed there for like the first 3 weeks. I saw the way people appreciate. If I give any idea, they embrace it. There's nobody that was embracing that I had before. So people embrace it, they love it, they do so many things for it. I was like, oh, so I'm actually so loved like that. So I was able to regain that love, the love I was looking for. So it was at my service here, I actually learned to love myself. I accepted myself for who I am. Imagine growing up, I've not been able to, because I wasn't receiving the love from home. I was looking for who loves me from outside. I was in a wrong relationship for 4 years, thinking the person is going to love me and the likes. He started insulting me, abusing me and the likes. So, but when I went for service here, I was delivered. I learned to love myself. By the time I came back from services, you now want to oppress me back. I said, no, you are not going to oppress me. I've learned to love myself. See, I woke up in the morning, I said, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, and fearfully made. I don't allow him to talk me down again. I don't allow him. And when I saw the way the relationship was going, I have to break up with the relationship. I was like, this is not what I want for my life. This is not what So when we recognize our worth, we have to do that without any external validation. Just know yourself for who you are. Then communicate your needs clearly. Set maintenance healthy boundaries. Forgive yourself. Yes. At times we do something that is bad. Forgive yourself. Move on. Then attract a right relationship. Honor your value. Then contribute to love without having to lose yourself. Yeah, you can love yourself without having to lose yourself. Even the Holy Book says we should love ourselves we should love our neighbor as ourselves. Not more than ourselves. It has to be as ourselves. So this self-love that we have, we can flow into sharing the love. Share the love. How do we share the love? Partnership built on a mutual respect and honesty. You're so honest to yourself. Mutual respect. Your partner respects you. You also respect the partner. Then friendship from both ends too. Okay? That is how we can share the love. Family bonds strengthened by patience, community care, mentorship. We can share the love by mentoring some people without having to do depleting ourselves. And it's freely given. Love people, we don't have to like, okay, it's only if you give me money, I love you. No. unconditionally. That is how we can share the love. So if you love ourselves and secure in ourselves, we'll be able to share the love with our partners. We cannot love our partner more than ourselves. We have to love our partner as ourselves. And that is why we must first be rooted in what we call self-love, so that we can share the right love to our community, to our partner, to our family, and to our friends. So now, what are the practical strategies that we cannot exploit that can make us to thrive in every situation? Firstly is daily affirmation, which is very important. Then these techniques, I have to learn it in hard way. Stop, take a breath, observe your thoughts, don't judge people. Proceed with intention. Then journaling for self-discovery, jot yourself, jot anything you want to achieve. I think I cultivate this habit more this year. This year, actually. I used to write, but I think I wrote more because this year, December, there's something that happened to me. I actually have an opportunity of travel out. I came back. I was trying to make a decision. Should I continue with my business or should I stop because of the challenges I was facing? So I now begin to pray. So there were so many ideas that I keep pumping into my head. So I was like, I have to start writing. I was like, okay, so I practice more of writing this year, which is actually good. And one of the important things of writing is expressive writing reduce stress hormone by up to 23%. Which is very crucial. It will reduce the stress hormone. When you write out your thoughts, how you feel, it reduces the burden you're supposed to put on yourself, which is very important. It's a good habit we should all cultivate. And the boundary setting a boundary too. Every relationship must be well defined. Then cultivating an gratitude, a love aspect. Then community. Have somebody that you will account ourselves to, accountable. Be accountable to somebody, a partner, a community. We have to learn to be accountable to them, which is very crucial. So we have to learn it. Those are the practical things. So what are the things we have to do from our conversation now, from our discussion from the beginning? So what do you want to commit yourself to start doing from today? What is that one habit you want to build? Self-love. I will learn to love myself. I will learn to appreciate myself. I will learn to respect myself. And I will position myself well in such a way that nobody will disrespect me. Because positioning is also, how do you carry yourself? How do you position yourself to? It's very important too. We should make that commitment and that decision, which is going to help us to live a better life. Okay, then we should set the boundaries. Yes, it's not wrong to say no. We should say some no and some yes when needed. Okay, one relationship that we want to nurture. What particular relationship do you want to nurture? That is how you can share the love. Okay, share with your community, share it with your neighbors, share it with your group, the group you find yourself with. That is how you can share the love that you have yourself. Okay, what season of your life do you need to embrace? Which of the season? We talk about the 4 different seasons. The new beginning season, the transition season, and the flourishing season. Which one do you want to embrace? Or which one are you at the moment that you want to embrace, that you want to grow into it? And the last one is one person that you would love to, that will share what you have learned today. Share with people. Okay, don't just love yourself and keep it to your pocket. Love yourself, share with the community, and embrace any challenge you have in life, knowing that no situation is what is permanent. We keep evolving in life and more and more. So you can write them. If you have something like this, or you have a pen and you can write them out, make some commitment. Is always good. It can be part of your dashboard. So thank you so much for this short time I was able to share. So we have a contact on the Genuine Women Foundation, the phone number. And if you scan this QR code, you can be able to join our WhatsApp group. So thank you so much. Genuine Women Foundation is a community you can also join to share love, love with people. So we are welcome. You can join, you can scan the QR code. It will lead you straight to the WhatsApp group that we have. So thank you so much. So I'm hoping. So let's drop our questions, comments, and the likes. So thank you so much, Ma. You are muted, Ma. You are muted if you are speaking. Prof, you are muted. Unmute yourself, Prof. Ma. Prof, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Prof. Unmute yourself, ma. Unmute yourself, ma. So thank you so much, ma.
Hello, can you hear me in the house?
Yes, now.
Yeah, please. Questions, please. Questions. Do we have any questions? Observation. You have question. You have observation. You have comments. You have addition. What she has been trying to say is that we are talking about self-love from self-love to shared love. You cannot love people in the society if you don't love yourself. And what it takes a lot to love yourself. First of all, you have to accept who you are. You have to accept a lot of things, the family you came from, what you are doing. You have to accept yourself and develop that to shared to others. It is after we love ourselves, when we accept ourselves who you are, stop self-pity. Stop self-pity. Any little thing that happens to you, you are pitying yourself. You are pitying yourself where you came from, how God, your parent that gave birth to you, you are just, over-pitying yourself, it is not good. So you have to accept yourself as a woman. You have to accept who you are. You have to accept who you marry. Yeah. You have to accept who gave birth to you. You have to accept the country that you have. And then you need to project that, okay, to others. Self-hatred or, hatred, we have to remove hatred, okay? Empathy, we have to enhance our empathy, okay? Empathy, have compassion on yourself and others. One of the good things that we can do to ourselves as a woman to love ourselves is to care for ourselves. Many women, they care for others. They care for others, but themselves. Yes, it is good because we are a living community. It is good that you care for others, but you also have to care for yourself. You also have to stand by yourself. You also have to accept yourself. Accept that you can do well in life. Accept that you can make it in life. When you start a business, have it in mind that you are going to make it in this business. Stop having negative thoughts, about anything you are doing. Negative thoughts that you have not started. You are thinking, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? I have not been making it before. That is not self-love. And if you don't love yourself, it will be difficult for you to love others. Do we have suggestions? I don't want to be the one talking. Today is a program that involves others. Mr. Bosede, are you there? Do you want to say something? Is that Mr. Bosede Onola? Do you have something to say? I saw Mrs. Yetunde Awotono. She has joined us since we started. Mrs. Yetunde Awotono, are you there? Say something about self-love, from self-love to shared love. Can you mute yourself, please? Okay. Are you there? Are you having problem muting yourself? I've opened it now.
Okay. Sorry, while we're waiting for her, just to comment, thank you very much for the talk.
It's
It's been
so that
encouraging, and
everybody will
it
be able
shows
to
that. Good
participate.
evening, everyone. Thank you for
Okay.
the
Yeah, so we are talking
presentation.
about from
Hello, can you hear
self-love.
me?
We have to improve our relationship standard. Who wants to talk there?
It's Ojebode, member Ojebode. Can you hear me?
We can
Loud
hear
and clear,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for the encouraging, giving us your practical life, and for Prof's comments, just to say that it's been interesting, and it's a practical way of saying that living by faith. Well, we can't shy away as Christians, and even it's just a way of saying it. We live by faith, so things we just hope for, we don't see, but we believe. So that's a kind of way of loving ourselves, encouraging ourselves, and not to give up. That's the way I perceive the message. So thank you very much. It was interesting.
Mrs. Ojebode, thank you for that, your contribution. Mrs. Yetunde Awotono is there. Mrs. Abosede is there. Can you give us your contribution, please? We want everybody to say something. If you are there. So I was talking about you improve your relationship standard. You know, we as women, they always say that women are established community. Okay, where you see 2 or 3, 4 women, we are established community on our own. So we as women, we have to improve our relationship standard. You know, sometimes it takes time to have friends. It takes time to make friends, but we see people everywhere, anytime, you know, when we move out. So we have to develop having very good positive relationship. Positive relationship. If you are meeting somebody for the first time and what is bringing you together, it has to be talking about another person in a bad way. That is a negative relationship. So as women, we should also develop, we should improve our relationship standard. They said 2 things can affect people in life: the books you read and the people you know. Like, since I've known Mrs. Cecilia Adenus, no, she's a fantastic woman. I'm not surprised with all those practical tips she was giving us from our own personal experience. So it is always good when we have very good relationship, we maintain that relationship, because that relationship can also take us to the Canaan land where we are expecting to be. So thank you for joining us this evening. This is Genuine Women Exemplary Foundation. This meeting is once in a month. If you want to be our guest speaker next month, you can just please just notify us. You can notify us through Mrs. Cecilia Adenisi, or you just send something to me that you want to be our guest speaker next month. So this program is actually for everybody. We want everybody to have a voice. Okay, so you can be our guest speaker. We'll give you, you can pick a topic regarding women, and then we discuss. It's also supposed to be a discussion session. We want other people to discuss. The YouTube is there. We are live on YouTube. You can also make your comments on YouTube, Genuine Women Live, Genuine Women Foundation Live. You can make your comments on YouTube. So I want to appreciate, firstly, our guest speaker today, Mrs. Cecilia Adenisi, CEO, HP Project Ibadan. Thank you for being there for us this evening. We want to also appreciate all those who have joined us this evening. This is Genuine Women Exemplary Foundation. She has shown us the QR code we need to scan to join the platform of Genuine Women Exemplary Foundation. Is a foundation where we discuss about women, we care for women, we empower women, we discuss amongst ourselves to correct some of the wrongs in the society. And everything is just to make us a better woman, okay? Make us better women in the society, for our husbands and children, and for our country, and at large, just to serve people better. So thank you for joining us this evening. We appreciate you. So next month, third Friday of every month, that's our program. You can watch out our program. This very program is third Friday of every month, 6:30 to 7:15. And every Saturday, we have Ladies Connect on YouTube Live, Ladies Connect, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. You can join us tomorrow, YouTube Live. Just type the New Men Foundation Live, Genuine Women Foundation Live. You can join us tomorrow, Ladies Connect. Thank you. I appreciate everyone for joining us, for making it a date with us this evening. Bye.